The purpose of this video is to demonstrate what's possible with PE integration via Ruby to other Ruby frameworks. By Ruby frameworks, I mean frameworks such as Ruby on Rails, or in this case, Adhearsion. Adhearsion is a Ruby framework that can be called from asterisk using the asterisk gateway interface. When asterisk calls into Adhearsion, it's calling into a normal Ruby script, and therefore you have full access to the Ruby language, and can therefore access things like active record classes or in my case, Ruby classes that represent PE classes. Let's have a look at the code that's here. Here we see the entry point for the Adhearsion application. First step in the dial plan is to answer the call. Then it enters a loop where it takes an input of a single digit while playing a message, this login TTS. Login TTS is initialized by this line of code here, which does text-to-speech on this string. It takes the caller ID, so the caller ID supplied by asterisk, and makes it into something that sounds like a telephone number. While it's saying this fine, it's waiting for a single digit input, so a DTMF input from the user. And it has a timeout of 5 seconds. Once an input is received, then it uses this PE class, purchase service, and runs this search on that class using the caller ID and the pin supplied. And if it finds a service using this function, then it will jump to the main menu. Otherwise, it enters a loop, says there's an invalid number supplied, and you have so many attempts remaining. This search PE service, search serve name and pin, this isn't actually a search in PE, but it's a function that builds upon a search serve name function that already exists in PE. Let's have a look at where that's defined. Here we see the purchase service class defined, the Ruby class, and it inherits from the PE class. By inheriting from that class, the PE class looks in the process engine to find a class with the same name as the class that's inheriting from it. It then adds all the facts as instance functions or instance methods, and it adds the searches that return that particular class as class methods. Once that's done, then we can define another method which takes the search serve name class method, finds a service by that MSISTM, and then if it has found something, checks the pin, which is in general 4 on the service history table. So going back to the dial plan, we can see then if the search serve name and pin function returns a purchase service, it puts it in this instance variable here. In the main menu, we then build a menu where we do some more text-to-speech to describe the menu to the user. And a couple of other text-to-speech files are built to handle failures, etc. And then in Adhearsion, this menu method allows us to play the menu to the user, and based on the input selection, to then jump to other parts of the dial plan. So if the user, while in the menu, they press 1, it'll jump to the balance info part of the dial plan, which you can see down here. Balance info takes the purchase service and gets the customer account reference fact. That's also a PE class, which you can see cust account is just another class that inherits from PE class. And then we can get the account details using the primary account reference fact. Again, that's just a reference fact that returns an object of type account. Once that's happened, then we can do some more text-to-speech to play a message that says what the current balance is. And here I have a helper method to format an amount, in this case a real number, into a string that can be spoken. Now I have asterisk installed on my machine here, I've also got Xlite, a soft phone. So let's switch over to that now. You can see my SIP preferences are set up so that my username looks like this mobile number here. And that's the caller ID that will be entered into asterisk and passed to the dial plan, and we call it. The number and asterisk that I've set up to call into this dial plan is 8000. So let's go ahead and call that now.
Please enter the PIN for 085-3575-703.
Okay, it's just asked us for the PIN number, which let's put in an incorrect value first.
Invalid PIN number supplied. 2 attempts remaining. Please enter the PIN for 085-3575-703.
So let's put in the correct PIN number this time.
Please dial 1 for balance information, 2 for your last invoice details, 3 for your next invoice date, or 4 for your current price plan.
So let's get the, we've looked at the balance info. Let's look at the
please dial 1 for balance information, 2 for your last invoice. Your account balance is €33.38 credit.
So as you have heard, we also have a way to hear what the current price plan is. And as part of that, we also have a menu to change the price plan. So let's go ahead and try using that menu now.
Please enter the PIN for 0.
Now we get the menu.
Please dial 1 for balance. You are currently on the Talk 60 price plan. Select from the following: 1 for Talk 200, 2 for Talk 60, or 0 to return to the previous menu.
So let's try 1.
Price plan changed to Talk 200.
Okay, so here's a very simple demonstration of using the process engine Ruby interface to integrate into a Ruby framework, in this case Adhearsion, and provide a very quick and easy way to access the system and make some basic changes to the data that's in the system.